Burberry camouflage on my entourage. Oh yeah.
I've been laying low, out in Tokyo. Oh yeah, gorillas on my coat. Bases for the low, it's nothing. I'm mixing with Supreme, rolling purple weed. Oh yeah, I pull up in that Jeep, smoking gasoline. Oh yeah, it's Fendi on my belt. I'm blessed, had a curd up bitch. Color shawty took it through it. She say she ain't heard my shit. Yeah, I steps up to the mic, you know I got to murder it. Roll a cigarette, smell like marijuana in my whip. Yeah, girl, don't come up.
Hello, my name is Kurt. Bugatti socks. Oh yeah. Today I'll be talking about another MGTOW topic, decked out in my Burberry suit. Topic in this MGTOW video will be: every man should see an escort at least once in life. At least once. Okay? Here's why. There's a lot of men that lose their virginity to a girl and they stay with her like since high school, and these tend to be the biggest mangina beta males around. You know, they nailed one girl in high school and they stick with her for 10 years or 7 years or whatever, and they think that it's going to be a beautiful relationship forever. Oh yeah, we lasted 7 years. All our friends, broke up after 1 or 2 years, whatever. We're still together after 7 years. This will work out after we get married and we have kids and everything. Sooner or later, it's all going to fucking fall apart. Okay? But going into that, right? Virgin fucking some chick in high school, sticking with her forever. What kind of experience do you have? Do you even know what's out there? You're sticking with the same chick over and over again for all these years. But you haven't experienced life. You're trapping yourself already at such a young age, right? You're trapping yourself already. Instead of traveling the world when you're young and single, fucking, Thai chicks, fucking Cambodian chicks, fucking chicks in Vietnam, fucking chicks in Korea, and then going to fucking Mexico, going to Brazil. You gotta sample everything. This is what women do, They don't want to admit it, but this is what they do. They sample each and every single guy out there. They fuck black dudes, they fuck Asian dudes, they fuck all these, and then they analyze all these things. They have it analyzed in their head. It's like, okay, the Asian male was the best beta male provider, but the black dude was the more alpha one, and then the white one was more of like, a punk kind of alpha too, and it's like they decide what to go upon after they experience all that stuff. They ride the cock carousel, and whichever cock is their favorite, that's the one they're going to continue fucking. But they found out which is the best beta male provider, and that's the one they're going to stick with, and that's the one that's going to provide them with money while they're fucking the alpha males. You know what I'm saying? So it's retarded. It's retarded to do such a thing at such a young age, to just limit yourself to any, single woman, first of all. Second of all, even if you're a sort of a pump and dump guy, in high school or whatever, you don't have that big of a variety. This is what I'm trying to say here. Like, you're fucking chicks in your own town, you're fucking chicks in your own vicinity. You haven't seen the world. You haven't seen what other chicks have to offer, This is why I encourage all young males to just stop that bullshit. Stop the dating. Go see escorts. It's a good way of diversifying your portfolio, so to speak, on a local level. Like, sure, but the thing is, if you're in any main city, be it Orlando, be it New York, be it Tennessee or whatever, any big city that you're nearby is going to have a massive variety of foreign escorts, all sorts of escorts. You could find Russian chicks, you could find Chinese chicks, you could find, Thai chicks, you could find everything in that one area. You just have to look for it. It's definitely there, because these working girls, they travel all over the world. You don't necessarily have to travel if you don't want to. See, this is what I'm saying. If you're the type of guy that's like, oh, but I don't want to travel the world, that seems too expensive, or that's just not my thing, or whatever. Why should I do that? Okay, then diversify your portfolio on a local level. See a black chick, see an Asian chick, see this chick, see that chick, and see which one you prefer the best, Because how are you going to know if you haven't tried it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you look at like an Asian chick, and then in your head, and maybe your friends always belittled you and all this stuff, and you're like, oh, Asian chicks are nasty or they're weird looking or whatever, and it's like, you personally don't know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, living life without knowing that type of stuff is a waste. It's retarded. Like, let's say I would have the best relationship, the best, you know, marriage and children and everything, and I would be stuck with the same woman before I, you know, went on these whole escapades and stuff like that. What kind of life is that? You've zoned in on one thing, and that's it. You know, you're stuck with that forever. But even me, like, being in that scenario where everything's perfect and a beautiful marriage, whatever, I would miss those days. I would miss those escapades. It's like, now I'm stuck. Now I'm tied down. I'd rather be, you know, I remember all those times I was fucking that chick and that chick and that chick, a different chick every week. And it was a beautiful thing, and I was free, and I had more money, and I had more time, and, you know, I had more time to invest in my hobbies and everything like that, you know. So, that's the first point of why every man should see an escort at least once. You know, and the second reason is that it gets all the bullshit out of your head. You realize, I could get this for $100, $150, $200 without all the struggle, without all the problems and all the drama. And sooner or later, you know, women become insignificant in your life because you're getting laid, you're getting whatever you want, and you don't have to chase anything anymore. You know, you see how much of a waste of time it is. Like, when I see guys taking chicks out on dates and all this stuff, I'm like, it's such a fucking waste of time. You know, like, some of these men are lonely and maybe they need that sort of emotional satisfaction. But once you break free from that, once you break free from the loneliness, and once you break free from the whole emotional aspect, and, you know, there's so many different ways to fulfill that. You know, you're lonely, go to a bar, chat with some people, go to a rave, you know, drop some ecstasy and dance the fucking night away with a bunch of strangers. You won't be lonely anymore. You'll make a lot of friends. You know, there's so many different solutions. You know, what else? The whole emotional bond thing too. It's like, you know, it's not absolutely necessary. Like, a lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, but emotional sex is the best. You know, it's the best you could ever have. Yes and no. It's right to a certain degree, but for the most part, it's false. Here's how it is for me. Emotional sex with somebody you're in love with, right? 5% better than just regular escort fucking, right? Just 5% better. Like I said, it is better, but it's such an insignificant portion that it doesn't make sense to chase after. It's like, okay, I could get a 5% increase of pleasure, but I have to deal with 85% more fucking drama, or, you know, even 100% more drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really fucking worth that 5% in the long run? When you could just go off and then, you know, see escorts and stuff, and then if you're missing the emotional aspect, there's role play, there's all these things involved, you know. You could see the same chick over and over again, and then you develop a bond, and then, you know, you two like each other, and there you go. You have emotional stuff going on. Problem solved, you know. So that's the one thing to avoid, is to avoid settling down too soon. First of all. Second of all, you have to try everything. You know, one day you're gonna be fucking 90 years old. You know, dick don't work anymore. You know, fucking dropping dead sooner or later, whatever. And you're gonna be like, wow, I wish I fucked more chicks. You know, different chicks too, not just the same chick, just different chicks. You know, I wish I was more free. This and that. So instead of having those doubts and those, you know, moments of grief in the future, don't delve into that. Enjoy your life to the fullest. Have fun with it, and then you could look back up on it and smile and be like, yeah, you know, it was a great fucking time. You know, I didn't stick around with one female. I didn't get tied down. I fucked girls from all over the world. You know, I sampled Brazilian chicks. I sampled everything. And then whichever one you like the most. Like I said, you don't know unless you try it. Maybe, you know, you never thought you would be into black chicks, but you're into black chicks, you know. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's what gets you off the most. And if you want to go into the dating scene, if you want to go into pump and dump scene, for all males watching this that are not entirely into MGTOW, if you're still into the dating, if you're still into the marriage and children, all that stuff, how are you going to know which one you're going to, you know, like the most? And which one do you know, how are you going to know which one you want to have kids with, right? Like, You know, you get settled down with a white chick, but your deep desires are a black chick or something, right? And you'll never know, you know, and you'll be screwed, and that'll be your fantasy forever, and it might even cause you to cheat in marriages or whatever, you know. It's stupid. This way, when you experience all different flavors, you experience all these different chicks, then you get to pick and choose which one you want to date or whatever you want to get involved with, you know. If Thai chicks were the best to you and treated you the best, then, you know, and if you like that, if that gets you off the most, then you pursue that, you know. If black chicks did it for you, then you pursue that. If Asian chicks did it for you, you pursue that. See, it gives you a broader view. It doesn't tie you down to one thing, because locally, you may be stuck with only like Hispanic chicks or white chicks or black chicks, you know. Me in particular, I was always stuck in the area of black and Hispanic chicks, you know, so they're kind of meh to me. They're kind of mediocre, but it's just like, you take what you could get, first of all, but second of all, like, how would I know what an Asian chick is like, and how would I know what like a truly white chick like from Ireland or something is, if, you know, I was only surrounded by African American and Hispanic chicks, you know what I'm saying? It's retarded. It's retarded, you know. It's like if you're a smoker and if you're a drinker, why the fuck would you drink the same beer? You know, yeah, it's true that some people drink the same beer, but they sampled all the other ones first. They drank a Corona, they drank a Guinness, they drank, you know, a Heineken, they drank all sorts of different beers before they settled down on their favorite. That's what I'm trying to say. You see? Same with smoking. You smoke Marlboros, you smoke Camels, you smoke this and that. And then you find which one works best for you, and then you just keep returning to that. You see what I'm saying? So, you gotta sample the varieties of life, people. Anyway, cheers.